Look at that beautiful countdown. What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the place you go when you want action-packed content related to helping grow your app downloads and, more importantly, those revenues. And today we got a phenomenal case study here of an app, LightX, that's gone to almost 60 million downloads. And spoiler alert, it started out as a paid app. So we're going to talk to the founder, talk about his growth strategy, all the learnings that he's learned, been educated on since then. And so without further ado, let's bring in Sharad. Sharad, welcome to the show.
Hey Steve, it's pleasure talking with you and be present on the show. It has been amazing things that we have been talking about, and I just got an opportunity, and it's wonderful to be here.
Yeah, congratulations. I know you have a team of 60 now, and you started as a paid app, and it's gone off to like close to 60 million downloads. And you started on Google Play, right, Sharad? Too?
No, we started on Apple first. Because
Okay.
obviously, on Apple, there was a good monetization channel where people were willing to pay upfront.
That's
Whereas in
amazing.
case of Google, like obviously there is like little bit of hesitancy at the time of payment.
Yeah, I love it. And you built out a great web product as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have the web product before the apps came?
No, so we actually first scaled our iPhone app, then we moved to the Android, and like at just like 2 years back, we started building the web and we launched our web version because
Well,
we were getting like really, yeah.
talk to me about the early days then.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to start as a paid app?
Yeah, so actually we were kind of bootstrapping at that point of time, and we didn't have enough resources to, like you can say, fund our initiative or to market things. So we wanted a way where if we build the application, we start getting some kind of money during like first year of operations because we were not having lots of money in
Yeah.
the beginning. So what we
Mm-hmm.
decided, like let's start with a paid app, and if it works for 4 months or 6 months, so we had some kind of runway for 6 months, but we knew that if we can like start with a paid app, then if we crack the marketing or the growth channels, then we can definitely start making some money. We can at least be to some extent break even and can start making money. So that was the whole idea behind the paid app.
Did it work as a paid app? Were people buying the app?
Yeah, so when we started, it was like obviously not working that great. So we were just getting like 20, 30, 40 downloads a day. And you
Yeah.
can say like we were kind of heartbroken. We thought like, okay, we have put lots of effort and what we are getting is just 30, $40. So
Yep.
obviously for a few months, it was like kind of not working really well for us. So we thought like, okay, what should we do? And then the whole strategy after strategy started coming into the picture, and then it started to grow.
Did you keep it as a paid app and try to market it as a paid app at all? Is that what was happening?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, what happened, like at that point of time, we figured it out that we just kept the price as low as that possible. So we kept it at just $1.99 kind of thing. Okay, which was obviously very less price, but we
Yeah.
wanted to make some money in the beginning. So okay, let's try to sell 100 copies a day or something of that sort because we were just 2, 3 guys at that point of time. So
Makes
you can
sense.
say just me and a designer kind of guy who was working with me. So it didn't work really well for us, but then we started looking into Meta. So that time Meta was known as Facebook, and they were like obviously not very expensive platform at that point of time from marketing perspective. And then we like obviously it took lots of iteration for us to reach to correct marketing creative, because obviously initially when we tried, marketing creatives were not that great, and we were not getting like really good traction and really good revenue from those. But
Mm.
like we kept on iterating with different kind of audience, different kind of territories. Like we even went so deeper to in a particular state, we tried to target some audience, but I actually it didn't work that way. But then we realized that creatives were the most important thing, and then we started more iterating on that, and then we started getting really good returns from Meta, and it was
Mm.
not that expensive at that point of time. And you won't believe, like we were just getting paid app just at $1 or $1.25 at that point of time, and we were making $2 on each sale. So it was like really a good win for us. And then like we were making revenue on each purchase, and that started working for us.
So you were running Meta ads to a paid app at the time, Sharad?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's crazy. I know a friend of mine, Icham, shout out to you, but
yeah.
he was
So
telling me
yeah, so it was,
the same thing.
yeah, yeah. So it was like kind of unbelievable for us as well. But we thought like let's try if it works. And it like initial 6 months it didn't work. So you can say we launched the app in like May, June 2016. It didn't work for 6 months for us. We tried everything. But then
Yeah,
like all the iterations that we did on the marketing creative and it worked really well for us in 2017. And you can say
that's
like in
crazy.
2017 we were kind of top paid apps in USA and most of the Europe. And it like worked
That's
really well for us. Yeah.
that's awesome. So you were able to, just for those, just to summarize and listening, Sharad was able to make Meta ads work as a paid
Yeah.
app upfront just to get
Yeah.
revenues in the door. Sharad, let
Yeah.
me ask you something because I know a lot of founders might be going through this, and we're dealing with this with some of our clients too. When things aren't going well, it's easy to say it's only 6 months. It didn't work for 6 months. Looking back on it now, that's 2025 and no longer 2016, 15 range.
Yeah.
But like, how did you keep going? Like, what was going on in your mind, being like, how I don't,
Mhm.
like not giving up?
Yeah. So we really believe that at that point of time, there were not so many good apps which were like kind of doing the things that we were doing. And we had that kind of confidence that it's somehow going to be working like a small little Photoshop on your phone. And that conviction like kept us going. Like, okay, these things can be done on phone. And we have built a really good technology. So we were kind of very convinced. And also we like tracked few apps who were like kind of giving similar offering to us and they were making like really great amount of money. So we thought okay, there is something that can we just need to keep pushing, keep to find the like best way where we can reach to that point. So we compared our product with different competitors. We realized it's at par with the quality with those competitors and things like that, and that actually helped us keep pushing. And then like obviously things started falling in place.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. Nurex, good to see you. Kevin, good to see you week in and week out. Buenos dias, 303 experience. Uh, Asiamo, what's up from Brazil? That's good to see you. Miguel, good to see you as well. So, Sharad, what happens next then? You released the Android version. I know thank you for all the growth strategies. So, if you want to copy the exact growth strategy, here you go. Take a screenshot of it. But talk to me what happens next.
Yeah. So around like we did really good for in like 2017, 18. But
Hmm.
at the same time, we realized like since we have built the good technology and obviously the algorithms and things were like were built on a common platform. So it were all built on C++ at that point of time. Okay. And we realized it's easy to port that on Android as well. So we started building for that. But at the same time, we realized that Android is like really hard nut to crack in a sense like there were more apps as compared to Apple, and there were like many more developers at that point of time. So what
Hmm.
we did is like okay, it's not easy to crack the Android market. Let's keep writing to Google that okay, we are building something awesome, something amazing which can do things in a snap of a finger and things like that. And you can like pitch on your platform as like alternative to Adobe, or it is one of the best apps that we will be promoting. So we kept pushing them, and like they featured us as new app in like you can say 3 4 times. So actually, like 3 times they featured us. So we got highlighted in different countries, and they like pushed us as a new app in like you can say multiple territories,
Yeah.
and that really helped us. And at the same point of time, since we were getting featured by Google, so they marked us as a good app. And once like we started getting good downloads and things like that, they also like featured us in best of 2018, and we were like
Wow.
best of 2018 winner in India, Thailand, Hong Kong, and Taiwan.
Wow.
At the same time, like we were making really good money from Apple. So obviously we had some kind of you can say some capital to grow in Android market. And Android marketing was like dirt cheap at that point of time on Meta. I'll tell you, it was like for us in India, it was like just for 1 cent we were getting one install.
Wow.
So that was kind of dirt cheap at that point of time. Obviously, we have mastered this art of marketing creatives, how to make that, what will work, what will not work. So we were like kind of getting really good CTRs, like 5%, 6%, which were like we didn't imagine that that it may happen.
Wow.
So that really helped us to grow really well in terms of numbers. and we were getting, like you can say, in Europe, in USA, even in USA, we were getting rates like you can say like just 0.25 cents. At that point of time, I remember dollar was somewhere at around 70 rupee, like in my currency.
Yeah.
It was like little less. Currently, it's like on little higher side, but
Right.
it was just at $0.25, or you can say 25 cents. So it really worked for us, and we were able to get good traction and good downloads, and that like actually helped us build the momentum. At the
That's
same time, we realized that obviously once we were building on LightX and Wired, we realized that paid app is like not working that great. It started to slow down on iOS, on iPhones, because obviously people were not willing to purchase upfront or make a payment of $4 or $5 upfront without
Mhm.
knowing the app. So at that point of time, we started switching our strategy on iPhone, and we decided like, okay, let's go for a completely freemium experience where user can download the app for free and then like give us the premium. So that was the strategy switch we made once our Android started to grow, and we also realized that it's like expensive to acquire users on iOS. So we thought like, okay, let's spend more money on Android, because once there will be word of mouth and things like that, users will naturally go on other platforms search for you. At the same time, different kind of blog writers, content writers keep writing about you, because obviously you are getting lots of eyeballs, lots of traction, lots of organic
Mm.
audience. Yeah, so it helped us, like people write about us, people were like creating videos, or people were writing on different Google SEO channels and things like that, and that helped us like grow really organically on iOS. We spend like really less amount of money on iOS. In the initial, you won't believe, like we have hardly spent any money on iOS till date.
Wow.
Even today, like we are not spending lots of money on iOS, and it's all growing organically. So initial thirst we got from the Play Store downloads, because we like got huge number of downloads on Android.
Okay.
Obviously, some like in first year it was majorly inorganic growth, but that actually drove the organic growth as well, and growth on the iOS as well.
I
So
love
we
it.
realized that, okay, if you have two three platforms, then you need to figure out like, okay, if in USA you get like at 25 cents one install on Android, then why to spend $2 on iOS in getting one user? And if you're getting same kind of conversions in term of monetary terms, so that helped us like tune our strategies and things like that.
I like it. Okay. I want to take it step by step here. So the Android version was free, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah,
What did you do to get featured so much? Because I know
uh,
people were like, "Oh, who are you bugging, Gerard?" Because you're like,
yeah.
I kept emailing them, emailing. Who are you bugging?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't know like what worked for me,
Yeah.
but obviously we also shared some YouTube video links and things like that. Like, okay, okay, see the video. We also promoted our iOS app. Like, okay, on iOS we are doing really great, and it's top paid app in USA. So I don't know what like struck the right chord, but something struck the right chord, and they thought like, okay, it's a good app to be showcased, and then they started showcasing us. So
I like
obviously, in first shot they didn't approve us, but then we tried another method with another kind of messaging and things like that. Like, okay, we are the top paid app in USA in 2018 or in 2017, so it must have gone into reviewers' mind that it must be a good
mm,
company or a good product or something of that sort. So that might have helped, because
I
you
like
never
it.
know. It's like you don't know at Google whether you're talking to a bot or to a real human. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely
Then I think for the takeaway for the audience would be like, hey, Sharad and his team figured out ways to get to top app globally in 2016, 17 as a paid app and running meta ads as a paid app to a paid app. You leverage that, right? Leverage that to get a Google Play feature. Be like, hey, Google, now we're on Google. You want to share
yeah,
some of that love, and they were able to feature you. And then
yeah,
you're like, I'm going to leverage the cheap installs that I'm able to get on Google Play in all these various markets to help grow at the time my paid downloads for LightX on iOS.
yeah. Kind of,
That's,
exactly.
I love
Exactly,
it.
this is the strategy that we have followed at that point of time.
You know, creative, Sharad, you said the creative has always been the winner. How did you talk to me about this? Like, how did you go? I guess what was your workflow or strategy behind creative production? Because I hear it all the time creative, 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 creative.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
talk to me about how you were able to unlock
yeah,
that creative.
yeah. Yeah. So we realized like we were initially like putting lots of features and like creating like 30-second ads, 40-second ads, and things like that. But then we realized that only 2-3 seconds, because like people are in habit of scrolling. So initial 2-3 seconds are like have to be really like they are the super important part of any marketing strategy, because you don't have more time than that. So we started tuning, just seeing, watching on Meta, like okay, what percentage of people who are viewing it more than 3 seconds. So once we realized that okay, only 10% are going beyond 3 seconds, then we knew that okay, this is not a creative that will work or something of that sort. Okay,
Mm,
so based on that, at the same time, we always tried to show something wow which was not available at that point of time. Okay, so if you see like ours was a remove background in the beginning. Okay, so in all the advertisement we just saw like okay, you are moving a finger. Now it's an AI age, so you even don't need to move a finger. But yeah, at that point of time we just saw like you move the finger and then your background is all gone and you have a foreground. So this is something like struck the chord with the audience, because in Adobe you have to use a lasso tool and like
yes.
do select everything and things like that. So we always try to figure out like what kind of offering which is not available in the market and which can be like sold to the users. So that kind of things work for us. Even like for changing clothes, like color of clothes, we what we did in advertisement, we just like put a finger on this cloth reason and automatically we will be able to changing hue, saturation, intensity and everything. So people were thinking like how it can be possible. He's changing the whole background just with a movement of finger, and he is changing the saturation of the leaves, because people have like it's harrowing experience in Adobe like at that point of time, where you have to like suppose uh, increase the saturation of the background and things like that. So
Mm,
obviously you have to figure it out first, create the mask and things like that, and that was a cumbersome task. So all these kind of features that we thought like okay, these are like really cool features that's available in the software, so let's highlight only those. We don't need to highlight crop and cut and add text, because obviously those are like you can say run of the mill features which every software has.
yeah.
So obviously that thing worked for us, and we tried to showcase those thing in like first 3 seconds, and those kind of strategies work for us. And as you can say, as a lucky charm, we tried to keep some like good female faces, so that like it at least user stops for a second, for 2 seconds, and then he realizes okay, oh, it's removing background. Then he like, so you can say little bit of that kind of so that people can attend to that part for 3 seconds. So that kind of things.
It works, right?
Yeah.
I gotta get. You're telling me I should bring my wife. My wife should be hosting this with me, right? Like that's what I should be doing, not this
Yeah.
way. I like it. All right, we've got a question, guys. I'm currently running Facebook ads for my app. I'm getting clicks in Meta marketing, but not even a single install. Can you tell me what might be happening?
Not even a single installs. It means that your product page is not up to the mark. What you are promoting is not being shown on the product page. It is one of the reasons, because users are going on your product page but they are not installing. It means there is some mismatch between your marketing campaign and the screenshots that you are showing.
Mm,
So you need to like make sure that if you are promoting for like one particular tool, like if you are promoting remove background, your first screenshot should show it like prominently that okay, this is remove background app, so that there is no mismatch of expectations.
I like that, and I want to make sure Aria. I'm just gonna say that Aria call the if you're make sure you're optimizing for the right event too, because if you're optimizing for clicks, Meta will get you clicks. If you're optimizing for installs, Meta will get you installs. If you're
Yeah,
optimized for
that is
trials,
also,
Meta will get you trials.
yeah, exactly, that is one of the, yeah,
Yeah.
other reasons.
He said, "Is there anything different I need to know when promoting an Android app on Meta?" It's a great question.
Yeah. So when you are promoting Android app on Meta, obviously you need to figure out the audience whom you are promoting, and if it's a app which is global in nature, so you may just try initial phases with those countries where you can get like lesser cost, so that you can optimize your creative. So if you have like suppose Indian market, you are also targeting Indian market. So first like optimize your creative for that market, and if it works for that market, then try for US, because it will give you sense. You will not lose burn lots of money. At the same time, you will realize okay, this creative works for me in this particular territory at lower cost. So let's try now in USA or whatever market you are trying. So
And
yeah,
then
you
do
need,
you swap out
yeah,
that, that
yeah.
female actress at all? Do you try to keep it the same?
No, we kept swapping. It's not like the main selling point. Main selling point was the feature that we tried to show within 3 seconds. Yeah, but that was just to stop the scroll. Yeah,
I like it. That's something. You're like, hey, Steve, come on. It was the remove background. That was the selling point. Okay.
yeah,
Our product feature, we got them. And you just obsessed over that first 3 seconds, like which videos were getting the best hook
yeah,
rates.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I love
We
it.
were constantly checking on CTRs, like, and obviously it was also different. For Mexico, something different was working. For India, something else was working. For USA, something else was working.
Yeah.
But the idea remained the same, that you have to show something cool to the user within 3 4 seconds, not more than that, so that he is hooked to that advertisement.
Sharad, you said something
Obviously,
interesting because you said
yeah,
you tested an Indian market. I know a lot of people might test in like the Philippines market because it sort of
yeah,
mimics the US a little bit better
yeah,
and you can still get cost per installs. But you saw similar numbers that, hey, if you tested in India, you saw this
yeah,
creative doing pretty well. But like, hey,
yeah,
which creatives to show, meaning like which product features to highlight, then it would
yeah,
work in the US as well.
yeah, yeah, kind of,
Kind of
yeah.
for
Yeah,
the most
because
part.
because in India people may like to have their backgrounds in a different way. In USA,
Sure.
people may like to have their backgrounds. So that was like just change of creatives, but the
Right.
idea remained the same.
But like you understood which features to highlight more versus not.
Yeah,
I really love
yeah,
that strategy. I love it.
yeah.
Okay. I know we got some questions and we'll get to your questions. Is there anything you want to highlight right here? I know you have a web product here, but what made you kind of decide that the
Yeah.
web would be something interesting to go after?
Yeah, yeah. So like when AI came into the market, and like there was lots of people who were trying to integrate AI into their solutions and things like that. And we already have been working on AI as well, because obviously being a photo kind of app or a designing app, you need to be at par with the AI offerings. So we built like really good engine around AI, and we have tools for like changing outfits, hairstyles, avatars, and everything.
That's
So
amazing.
we realized that web users are like in case of apps, we realized that user retention is little bit less, in the sense user were like hooked to different apps, or they were like canceling their subscription more often than that on web, like as we gathered from our market studies. So we
Mm,
started building on this web thing. At the same time, we realized since we have a good engine around AI, so we can also provide APIs to the businesses who can use our APIs and integrate into their apps. At the same time, the third point was like people were searching a lot on Google on mobile web, right? So if you have to remove even a background, or like suppose you want to create a cartoon or a Ghibli style character or something, so what you do is like go to Google and then type on that. So we thought like, okay, we are missing this opportunity. Lots of people are using our backgrounds, and obviously we don't have anything to offer. So what we did, like, okay, we started doing our SEO and things like that properly. We started
mm,
building on web, and then once users started searching on like their mobile phones, then our web page started to show. And in most of the cases, many cases, it also happened that users were seeing this page, and since they were not getting that great experience on the website, on the mobile website, so we were always promoting like download our app, and that also helped us to grow our app base as well.
yeah.
So it worked both ways for us, at the same time for revenue generation, at the same time for driving traffic on our apps, because obviously people are looking for options to change hairstyle on their mobile browser, or to change their outfits on mobile browser, and all those kind of things. So we realized that okay, this is something we should definitely target, and that is how it all started. And currently we have like really full-fledged solution on web as well.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I could see all the SEO work that you kind of put into this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you guys start building an SEO internal team or was it something that you
We have
hired?
been working it internally.
Really? That's awesome.
So there is a
Yeah.
team of 3 guys who have been like constantly working on this, and
Nice.
like doing all the SEO around, all the AI tools and different kind of photo editing tools and graphic designing tools.
Hey, Sharad, I want to ask you this because I know, we have an app founders community that we run as well. And some of the questions that people were asking me was like, what was your hire look? What you said we started with a team of six. What was that team look like? And how did you, now that you have 60, what did you feel like were the most critical, like early hires that you made that helped with your success?
Yeah. So initially, it was like, I think the iPhone developers were the most critical resources because we were building on iPhone side. So
Sure.
yeah, development team was definitely a critical piece at that point of time. Other than that, one, two marketing guys that we hired, that made all the difference because obviously we knew that only building the things won't work. We need to have one person constantly working on marketing side. So these two people from iOS and one marketing guy and one guy who was constantly working on UI UX. So they were like the most important people that we hired because obviously initially we used to test it ourselves and we didn't need to have a team to do all that kind of testing and kind of things. So that really worked for us because many a times happen that people think like building technology will help, but obviously that doesn't help. You
Okay.
need to have a good marketing plan at in place because other obviously you will not be able you won't be able to survive for too long.
I love it.
If you have a marketing team, you will realize in 6 months, okay, whether it's going to work or not. So having a good marketing guy in the beginning is like really important. I obviously assume since you are building a tech company, then you need to have some developers. So that
Yep.
is obviously part of the process. But you need to have one good marketing guy in the beginning.
What was that marketing guy in charge of? The meta ads, or what was he good at? He or she? What was it? What were they good at?
So yeah, so he was in charge of meta ads and all these Google ads as well.
That's
But
awesome.
in initial phase, it was like we were running mostly on Meta because Meta was cheap at that point of time. And since this Google Play universal campaigns didn't work well for us compared to Meta at that point of time. Meta was like really cheap at that point of time.
And he would, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna get to some of the questions. Give the people what they want, right, Sharad? How can product earn customers' trust? What's a way that you early in the days? How do you earn the customer's trust?
Yeah, so we realized that ratings and reviews are the most important thing for
Yeah.
any product success. Okay, so whenever user like, and you have to be strategic around that because if you will upfront ask user, did you like the app? He may say no or he may not respond. So whenever he makes an export or something like which is related to a goal, whenever he achieves an goal, he or she achieves a goal, then you just show him a pop-up like, did you like the app? And then obviously there are higher chances that he will say that yeah, I like this app. So try to get more reviews, more ratings, and obviously there is also a strategy around that. If he is saying no, ask for a feedback form. Don't
Yeah.
like for direct him to the Play Store or to the App Store. If he is saying yes, take him to the Play Store or App Store. So these kind of small things are there. But yeah, definitely the users who are liking your app are your most important assets, and they won't hesitate to like giving you good ratings. So keep that in mind and keep getting good ratings and reviews.
I mean, look at this. This is beautiful videos that you're doing right here.
Yeah.
You kind of still the same philosophies, changing the outfit. Love this. Bang.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Love it. We're watching, for those just listening to the podcast, we're watching the video on LightX, and I'm kind of showing you 4.7, 32,000 ratings. Congratulations, Sharad, eating your own
Yeah.
dog food. All right, we got, how has your onboarding changed, evolved over time?
Yeah, so what we did initially is like we were kind of trying to showcase all features. Like, okay, we are feature deep and things like that, which like every builder thinks like, okay, we are the greatest company in the world and things like that. But I'll say you actually did, it doesn't work. So whatever things you are like highlighting in your name, title, or description, obviously those things has to be there, but you should pick only 1 2 features or just one video. Initially we used to have 4 5 onboarding and there were lots of like people who were dropping off from the onboarding itself. So we just like keep everything simple, just keep one onboarding where if you are interested to see you can see it, otherwise you can get started. So we tried to like keep it as simple as possible. At the same time, we also like to understand our users. We also like have start process of gathering some kind of information where we ask users like what tool you are here for, so that we can have like
Mm,
more better idea around the usage of the apps.
I love it.
Anyway, you gather that from Google Analytics and things like that, but it's always better because we based on that we onboard them. Like if they are more into photo editing, they should land into photo editing tab. If they are more into AI, they should land in AI tab. So that kind of two things, so that user like on first install he should be able to do something. That is the whole goal. If he is for text to image generation, you don't need to show him all the photo editing things. So just after one screen, like the main screen, you should
I love
ask
this.
what you are interested in, and then take him to the directly on based on that onboarding. So
I love
that
it.
is something which may, yeah.
Sharad, I don't know if you have this data point, but like, have you seen video work in this background? This is the first page that I see for those who are watching the YouTube video. This is the first page I see. And there's a video background really highlighting some of the, remove objects, change background. Have you seen an increase in like retention conversions because of the video versus, just having a slide that doesn't have any all this stuff?
Yeah, videos definitely help us to show lots of features in a short span of time.
Right.
And obviously it somehow sinks into the mind of the user, okay, rather than like going through everything and then reading what it is doing. So it's like, you can say it's a long iterative process of 15 seconds which has been cut to 5 seconds. And obviously it's also interactive at the same time, so it creates a hook in the mind, like, okay,
Yes.
let's see. You don't need to force him, so it's kind of, you can say it's coming naturally.
I
So
love
that
it.
is what like we have tried to, yeah.
And this is what Sharad is talking about. Hey, I'll be using LightX
Yeah,
for nice
yeah.
shot. Okay. I love it. I took a screenshot of it, Sharad, because I love it so much too. All right. So which one do you want me to pick? Is there anyone that you want me to pick out of all these? Resize, enhance image, remove background. Like, what do you want me to pick? Maybe create AI avatars? What do you think? Sharad? You want me to pick anything, or you just pick anything you want, Steve?
Yeah, so you can pick anything.
You want me to pick anything?
AI avatar. You can create AI avatar of yourself.
Nice. And then you went straight into the paywall. Here. I
Yeah,
like it.
it's just like optional.
I like
Yeah.
it. Allow. Love it. And then you know exactly what I'm here for, and you see, all right.
Yeah.
What I love
Yeah.
that too, and I'm going to go back to that photo. What we also noticed when we were when we're working with like a meditation app, Sharad, I'm going to zoom into here, but you can start to see like, oh, people who are here for, let's say, create AI avatars have higher trial activation rates, right? Which
Yeah.
actually helps
Yeah.
inform your ad creative strategy, your ASO, all this other stuff too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, we got some questions for you if you're ready for it. Matt Horton says, have you experimented with the longer paywall?
Longer paywall, as in like a longer paywall, like time period. You mean to say like around time period,
No,
1 month or 7? Like,
no. It's more of, so we said this before, Sharad, in 2019. We said on the web, we know that longer paywalls convert better. So longer paywalls will be able to, one, use photo, use video, right? For
yeah.
you can use video, and video
Yeah.
works better on paywall, but longer means you just scroll. So let me see if I have one, but you keep scrolling until you find something that is like, yeah, it just means there's a lot of content. So you talk about the benefits, the social
Okay, so
proof,
delaying the paywall thing.
not
Delaying
necessarily
the paywall,
delaying
like
it.
showing the
It's
paywall.
just more of the layout. Yeah, I'll show you an example a
Okay.
little bit later. But for those who are
Okay.
wondering, we did talk about longer paywalls performing a bit better than shorter paywalls too. But that just means like super long. Here, I have the Web2 app one stuff. Let me pull up the
Okay.
Web2 app stuff. Master.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. I'm a nerd, so I have all these slides. But so here's what we talked about with longer paywalls.
Okay.
So just imagine you just scrolling up, Sharad, right?
Okay.
So you start
Okay.
with
Okay.
this,
That.
and then it's like get my plan, and then you keep scrolling,
Okay.
So it has a lot
Uh,
of different elements, and then you're
yeah.
left with, the actual
Yeah.
price and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
so we haven't like experimented on this. You can say we are really scared that user may just like think like, okay, it's lots of information to get into,
Yeah,
and we just keep on showing simple slides or something of that sort. This is the feature. This is the feature
yeah,
you
we
will
just
get
not.
on Pro. Yeah, so that it doesn't become very much invasive. At the same time, it showcases everything if user is interested in waiting or seeing those things.
Yeah, I love
So
it. And then
yeah, we haven't experimented in that way where we are like, also like we always feel scared that since we are serving to lots of territories, Germany, France, Italy, and things like that. So we are not very much sure like if translation will work for them or not, because obviously you go to translators and things like that. So we always believe that visuals always work best.
yeah,
So
like
we
it.
think like, okay, just showcase the things and users may convert better. Obviously, it depends on the genre of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, since in our case it's like photo and video, so obviously whatever user sees, he will gather more. So that
Yeah.
way we haven't experimented that way.
All right. Axel says, how can a company generate revenue through API integration? And does the monetization model depend on market dynamics or other factors? And I know you have an API.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely, it depends. Like so, in initial phases, when you are taking like less number of APIs and things like that, it may cost you like you can say 0.01 cent or something of that sort for each generation or something of that sort. Okay. So if you think like you can make like say, you are buying 500 credits or 1,000 AI credits for say $10, something of that sort. And if you think like okay, your users will be willing to pay you like something of $9.99 itself, but normally it happens that user doesn't consume whole of his credits. What we have observed that if a user takes 1,000 credits, he might be consuming just 100 credits a month, because
Mhm.
obviously he will come 3 4 times a day, 3 4 times in a month. So it doesn't like actually converts that way. So you can just work out the mathematics like okay, if you're buying 1,000 credits for $10 and if you give it to the user for same price, then even that in that case mostly users will be using 100 to 200 credits, so you can make money out of that thing.
Yeah.
Also like as your volume grows, we keep on keeping discounts, and if you think like okay, we need to have a dedicated server or something of that sort because we really need that feature, then it comes even like much less expensive, because unless until we know about the volume. So if you think like okay, we have users who want like we have an app which can use up to 10k credits a month or 100k credits a month, then obviously you can talk to us and we can provide you separate dedicated GPU infra, and that base cost will come down. So it all depends on the use case, but normally what we observe, like in case of AI, if you have even used OpenAI, then you will see like it takes like 30 seconds, 40 seconds to generate an image. And it's like really expensive, like from user perspective. Even if he generates 5 images, it will take him 2 minutes. And
Mm.
normal user sessions are like nearly 5 minutes. And user won't come every day. Like he may come twice in a week. So he may be able to consume like 80 credits or 100 credits. So it works that way. That is how OpenAI works. Like obviously in case of image generation, obviously text generation is really fast,
Yeah.
but it works like really easy that way, where you don't have to worry lot about the kind of, and you can anyway always track like how many average credits pro user is consuming.
Yeah.
So that way it works because we give like that way so that it doesn't remain so expensive.
I love it. Love
Obviously
it.
for less number of credits it little bit is expensive, but as you grow up it like just comes out at like zero point zero 0.01 cents or something of that sort
Love it.
per
Okay.
generation.
Let's see. Ari Kyle says, just saw your answers now. Really appreciate it. You're welcome. There you go. I'll take all the credit. Okay, sure. All right. George, I think this is his name. What's up, Solomon? You're a little bit late, but good to see you. He says, I think it's George. I'm going to call him George. If a user skips the first paywall, would it make sense to show him a second one with a discount? What kind of discount would feel attractive in that class?
Yeah, so I think like you should show the second paywall. There are two options. You can show the paywall again, but only at the time when you feel that user has got some kind of gratification. He did some actions. It can be export of a photo or like some kind of thing that he has been looking for and he liked it. Then obviously it makes sense to show him a paywall. At the same time, don't show him just like at that session itself, like okay, we are offering you this thing. What you can do is like Apple also provides an option where if a user has like cancelled your subscription or have not taken the subscription, so you know it in first session. So when it comes for the second session, then obviously you should show up a pop-up with some kind of discount. And
Yeah.
obviously if you have a mail or something of that sort, app which relates to email login or something of that sort, so definitely you can shoot him a mail. So obviously don't do it in first instance itself. Like for first time you are showing him 39.99, then if you show him 29.99, he may feel like okay, it seems like just a trap.
Yeah.
So obviously, let him feel at home. Okay, I like it app. Then if you will show him, oh, you are a valuable customer to us. We liked your interaction with us, and so we are offering you a special discount. So that way, he will feel more special, and he may convert.
Here's one thing that one case study that we worked on where we saw if you let people choose their own price. So rather than, for one of our apps, we do that, Sharad, where we just say gift for you at the very top. You exit that paywall. We have a little gift for you. and we give them the 50% offer. And this time we go, okay, well, the last one is still the 50% offer, but we allow them to sort of select their own discount. And we saw better numbers with the select their own discount too. So I do agree. And I think that discounting early helps. And I love the second open option because most people don't come back the second time. And so if you are getting somebody to come back the second time, they probably like your app. And so instead of showing a one discount, try to show, let them, it's the same price, but they get to select that price. Yeah. All right, let's get into, let's see. Ooh, okay, 303 has a great question. What marketing channels are working for you right now? Because SEO has changed, Meta's more expensive, etc.
Yeah. So I think search ads work great, and they have different option of different kind of custom product pages. Where if you are like promoting A, you can create a different custom product page. For B, you can create a different custom product page, and it gives you full channel tracking. Like like if user has come from campaign A, then show him that kind of home which like resonates more to A. If he comes from campaign B, show him that which resonates more to B. So I think search ads are like really cool because it has more intent. People are searching for that thing. In case of Meta, you are showing him that like, okay, this is something we have built, but here user is searching for that. So definitely search ad works for us, and it will even give you like whatever like returns you are expecting, and you can like optimize your funnel, conversion funnel, and everything. So you have much more control in your hands. So definitely like everybody should try with search ads.
I agree, and I'm glad you said it too. It's one of the easiest ones to create. Advice on meta ads for AI apps? Anything? I know you said creative was the main
Yeah,
important thing. Same
definitely.
advice?
For AI Meta app ads are like good. You have to show some kind of novelty. Like, okay, you see, you like take one photo of yourself, and next in the next picture you are sitting on a horse, or in the next picture you are an astronaut, and things like that. Something which captures his mind, and all through AI and something of that sort. So we'll definitely, because on Meta it's like all about showing off. Yeah, like how you look, what kind of things you can do. So definitely like AI will work on Meta. It will definitely work because it shows a kind of a world, a dream world which can be done instantly, and people are hooked to that thing. Okay, let's try it. So yeah, Meta definitely, because it will work with Meta ads from my perspective.
I love it. All right, Sharad,
AI will definitely work.
let's
Yeah.
get into my favorite part of the show. Let's get into the app audits, and we like to start off every app audit with, say with me, some dad jokes. All right, Sharad. I know you had one, and he was going to tell me before. I was like, save it for the show. All right. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. Okay.
Go for it.
Do you want me to go first?
I don't care. Yes. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I make
Yeah.
you answer.
Yeah, since we are a photography company and things like that.
Uh-huh.
So why did the photo critic marry the photographer?
Why?
Okay. She liked his perspective.
I like it. All right. Well, I've got one where let me do this one. It's an obvious one. Sharad, what is a vampire? I'm sorry. Who is a vampire's favorite actress? Who is a vampire's favorite actress?
Uh,
Ready for it? It's
um,
Nicole Kidman.
uh,
There you go. Nicole Kidman. All right.
okay, yeah,
So I'm going to go with
that is
Y.
what I.
If you like my joke better, put Y. And then if you like Sharad's joke better, put S. All right. So that's clear. I know there's two. I know you're used to putting S for me, but put Y for me and then put S for Sharad. And all you got to do, if you vote, you will get a free Indie App Santa promo on us. Thanks to our sponsors, Web2Wave, the easiest way to build your Web2 app funnels, web2wave.com. And then there it is. And if you want to create some of the cool AI videos, like AI UGC videos, we'll check out our other sponsor, arcads.ai as well. All right, good. People are getting the Y stuff right. All right. Now, if you want your app audited live on a future live stream, just go to appmasters.com/audit, appmasters.com/audit. Audit. All right. Awesome. Sharad, let's start with this app that I'm super excited about. It's called Rubber Bands, and it's from Michael P. And he needs help with onboarding, conversions, and SEO. But it is an app for resistance bands. It's something that I like doing when I'm on vacation. I'll bring my resistance band so I can get a workout in without a gym. But anything that you want to, anything from the App Store presence that you want to highlight, Sharad? Give feedback on?
Looks good to me,
Yeah.
but I think like might be not properly visible this is content inside this thing. So
Yeah.
it might be like you push just 2 3 items which are like more clearly, like in this case in the second you want to show some tags and things like that where there is
Mm-hmm.
gym mentioned. So rather than putting lots of things, you might like decide on cutting down things a little bit so that it's like not lots more of information, but otherwise it looks good.
Yeah. And then what we have seen pretty good success on too
Yeah,
is
yeah. So this looks much better because it's like more graphical. Yeah, like yeah. So that way, yeah, because that is more
Rod,
informative.
stop stealing my advice, okay? Yes, I agree with
It,
you. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So obviously, a user might be just like from looking the pictures, he can gather lots of information. Okay, and just the headlines are enough for me, kind of. But obviously, it like if you want to highlight your features and things like that, don't push lots of highlights. Just push like 1 2 special highlights so that user can gather it.
Yep. And look, you can use LightX and you can be like, hey, create somebody
Yeah.
working out with a resistance band. But I think having people in front of your photos like that, it works a lot better. And so for me, also as
Yeah.
somebody who does like doing resistance bands, Michael, I might want to know what types of exercises. So, resistance bands, you can do upper body, lower body, maybe some core. And so like highlight that stuff and show people doing it versus always just
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie agrees.
Just,
Jamie says these screenshots need more color and contrast.
yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's bit text heavy and like it's difficult for users like to like just put lots of energy towards understanding the screenshots only.
Yeah, I like it. All right, let me get into the app itself by bringing this up. All right, let's get into rubber bands. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is have resistance band training. So, look, I don't know if it's too niche, but one of my favorite tools to use is AppFollow, and I just recently learned that I've been grandfathered into some of their free plans. So you guys might not have access to this cool stuff without paying, but really it's worth the paying for it because I really do love this tool. What I would do is go into ASO and then resistance. Shoot, I'm gonna spell it wrong. And workouts. My concern is there might not be a lot of search volume for this particular category, which also means, oh man, I follow. Look, it usually works. When it does, it gives you great scores on this. I would look at what the volume score is for that particular keyword because if there's not that, if that, there's not at least 30, you might have to rely on Facebook and other channels to drive
Mhm.
downloads because yeah, you're not going to rely on
Yeah,
ASO. No,
yeah,
it's not working.
yeah,
Okay, let's get into the app. Rubber band. Look at all these apps I have. Ah, see, there you go. Resistance band. Great
yeah,
image. You can use this on your
yeah.
screenshot.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's like a personal
Yeah,
trainer.
it's also.
I don't really like the back button here, Gerard. One-way street. It's a one-way street. You got to go down. There's no back.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah,
go back?
yeah,
You can allow
definitely.
me to like swipe right, but no back. Are you existent? So train exclusively. I own resistance bands. I use them a few times. That's where I'm at. And then how many proper push-ups can you do? Probably somewhere around that. 21, 39. If you want to create a workout, yeah, sure. Enable reminders. This is where you might just want me to just open it up. I'm going to enable it just to help you out. How did you find about us?
Mhm.
And then, Gerard, I think it's missing, right? Like, what are you here for? What would you want to know? Upper body, lower body, core, right? The things that you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
talked about
exactly.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yeah, this is great. Like, hey, this supports all these type of bands because I only have these 2 bands normally. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. We're on the paywall now. Whoops. Wow. I got rid of that paywall pretty quickly. Oh man, what is going on here? Jeez, this is kind of confusing. What do you think? I'm kind of confused. I thought I was gonna get some workouts, but it looks like I'm supposed to just
So here you have
make my
target.
own. Eesh. I don't know. You're losing me, Michael. You're losing me, bro. And I want to go back to the paywall because I got rid of it way too soon. But I would love to just see the workouts. That's what I'm looking for, is give me the workouts.
Yeah.
But you don't have anything. Okay. Go ahead, Sharad. What do you got for me?
Yeah, so ideally, from my perspective, in like one of the questions, it should ask like what kind of like exercise you are more interested in, upper body, lower body, biceps, triceps, and kind of thing. Once user says like, okay, I'm more interested in biceps or whatever, then it should automatically show him 1 2 workouts on the home itself. Like, okay, try this workout based on your interest and things like that, so that user gets started
Yeah, I
rather
agree.
than like, yeah.
I can't even get a workout.
Hmm.
I want to go back to the paywall because the paywall was not good. What I was going to say on the paywall, Michael, and I can't even access it. That's a problem you have right now too, is allow me to get back to the paywall. Your job is to make money, provide value, make
Yeah.
money, but like that paywall was, think about adding video to it, think about adding a bit more, and then remove the trial on the monthly, only have it on the yearly. There's no point in having on both.
Yeah.
So that's what I
Yeah.
was going to say on the
Yeah.
paywall, which I cannot get back to, which is kind of annoying. Like, you want money, right? Because you're hiding the paywall. I can't even find it. I don't even know where it is. It's not even here. It's not even here. Managed subscription. Oh my God.
I think,
Oh boy. Michael, good work. You need more help on, yeah, the paywall side of things.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right.
It should be like at the top somewhere, like a GoPro or something of that sort.
Yeah, I mean, look here, I'll give you LightX.
Yeah. So even if you cross it, like we have Get Pro, this is
Yep.
for push notifications.
Yep. Claim your free trial right here. Go Pro right here. Come on. Like, get pro. Like, come on, Michael. Welcome to the YouTube channel where Steve will not hold back. All right. H, give me some good news, bro, because I know I won that one.
Okay, the score is 9-5, and the winner is Steve B. Yeah.
Yes. There you go, H. There you go. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, everybody. All right. Sorry, Sharad. I do this all the time. So, all right. Want to pick a lucky winner, H?
Oh yes, let's do it. For some India, thanks to our sponsors, Arcade, who gave us this winner, and let's spin the bill. And the winner is
Grimmy, there it is. Oh, he voted for you, Sharad, so you should be happy. Okay. I was really hoping for 303 because he's been asking some really good questions as well. But Grimmy, just reach out to me, steve@appmasters.com, and then I will do that as well. All right. Let's go. Yes, sir. Opera, I got an email saying my app will be audited. I don't know what your name is. Are you Salman, or are you Michael? Because if you're Michael, we already just did it. Just hit rewind. There's a wizard, H. There you go. All right. Cool. All right, Sharad. Let me go into the next app. We've got Salman.
Yeah.
Okay. You're perfect in time. He's here. All right. He's got this app. How to get more downloads. Oops. Let me add this to the stage. Here's the Islamic trivia quiz. Needs more help in the downloads section.
Hmm.
What do you think, Sharad?
Screenshots look good. Kind of. Yeah.
Well, I can start. I would follow the advice that I just learned from you. run some ads on Google, right? You can get some really inexpensive downloads, and you can target some of the countries that would really resonate with this religion and learning about the Quran a little bit more. And so I would target that. And with Google ads, Sharad, you said it best. You're like, build up the audience. You get those penny, 5 cents downloads, and that will help your iOS organic rankings too.
Yeah, definitely. Like when we run our apps in like Arabian countries or like Egypt or Saudi Arabia, United Arab,
Yep.
those kind of countries, we like get really installs at really cheap cost. Even like in Bangladesh and all those countries. So we were like just getting installs at like you can say 1 cent. So that's not expensive. You can just try running some meta ads in those countries, and it will be really cheap. And you will be able to gauge the conversions, like whether you are breaking even or if you want to show some ads in the app and things like that. Because since it's a quiz app, so there will be lots of engagement. I think user will like stay for 5-10 minutes. So you can definitely show 1 to interstitial ads and can recover your costs as well. So it will definitely work for you from my perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can even start with Google ads. Start with one ad platform to really see if that ad channel is leading to good users, and then slowly start adding more and more ad channels on there. But yeah, definitely do that. If I have an Android app, I'm starting that right away if the ASO is not kicking in right away too.
Yeah.
Okay. Improve the ratings, right? Because I don't see that much here. I'll leave you one.
Yeah, because there are like not lots of
But
users, right?
yeah, try to improve some ratings too, and ask for it after they learn a new word. So after a funny quiz or after a great quiz, ask them for a review too.
Rating. Yeah.
Let's get into the app itself, Sharad. How are you feeling after that loss? Are you okay? You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
The rest of the
Yeah. No
I'm
worries.
kidding.
I know you must be like defeating everyone here.
All right. Oh, balance, I guess. Don't allow. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, Sharad, I don't know if I may. What we've seen is this is a big drop off. So, Salman, I don't even know. Sorry. We see a big drop off. If you don't need this, don't do it. What I would do is also say continue with Google, continue with Apple. We saw 11% increase in conversions when we changed the words from sign in to continue with. So I would try to not do this sign in if you can, because what we saw in one of the clients we had was asking for the sign up showing the paywall before the sign up led to a 52% increase in sales. So people are more willing to pay you versus giving you an email address.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we were having initially sign up before the paywall. We removed that completely. That we really don't care. Yeah.
Good. All right. You're forcing me to sign up. I don't have my Yahoo email address that I no longer use. Yeah, I mean, it's a quiz app. Like, why do you need this anyways? You want me into the game right away. The other thing I was going to say is think about an app open ad, especially if you're going to run these type of campaigns, because especially on Android, people are okay with seeing ads. So I might even just start with an app open ad too, just to sort of recoup some of your ad stuff too. Oh, wow. Okie doke. A new quest coming soon. Does that mean I can't play, Solomon, or can I play? Just telling you what I'm thinking as I'm seeing this screen. I don't know. Okay. Which verse emphasizes? Not sure. Hey, I got it right. You can play, okay? It's kind of weird. When I get it wrong, it just goes back. Like, I think for me, I would rather see like an 80% I'm right or 30%, but it seems like I don't know how you feel, Sharad, but it seems like a wrong gameplay for me. I want to keep playing. Just because I get it wrong doesn't mean I want to stop playing. I just want to know. It's like a test, right? Like, did I get an A? Did I get B? Did I get a C? But you just kick me out when I get one thing wrong. Because if I'm trying to learn, it's like I'm trying to learn. And then maybe you go back after all the questions, you show me, hey, here are the ones you got wrong. But I get that it's a streak, bro. But how do you know that I want to play like a streak and not just go through the entire thing? How do you know that? How do you know that? That's my advice. Just one man's advice. Okay. Other than that, I kind of like everything else. Anything else you want to add to this, Rod?
I think like it looks like, yeah, like you can say the points that you have like pointed out are like really good. And other than that, like he should also think about like once a game streak is over, he should show up an interstitial or something of that sort. If he is like planning to run some ads on Meta or wherever, so that he
Yeah.
can recover some costs as well. So for monetization, he should like put more focus towards ad based
Yeah.
revenue generation, because I
Same.
don't think people will be paying for playing quiz. So
Yeah.
that should be like nicely integrated.
And look, if I'm trying to learn, Duolingo is not like, hey, if you get this Spanish word wrong, you're
Yeah,
out. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to
yeah,
learn, don't let me keep learning, because that's what you said in your screenshots. You're going to learn. And so if I'm ending it right away, I'm not
yeah.
learning much either, because I'm out of your app.
Def-
All right. All right, Salman, keep us posted. But I agree with what
Definitely.
Sharad said. Think about ways that you can incorporate ads. And if I mess up, right, like, hey, want to play more, or want to, I'm thinking like I get 5 questions, right, and I miss 3, and then I watch an ad. Hey, you want to see where you messed up on, right? Like, you want to see if it's you can get the right answer. Replay. There's certain game elements that you're missing, Salman, in trying to monetize me right here too.
Mm.
Okay, great. Sharad, we got a question
Yeah.
for you. I saw the LightX API website. It has AI features like background removal and avatar creation. Is this technology built by your team, or do you work with another company for it?
Yeah, so this is all built by our own team, and we don't work with another company. So
Yes.
all the IP belongs to us, and all the like data belongs to us. We have all our own data policy. So we delete all the data once it's processed. So like it's all under our control.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, sort of, I love the way you worked on it, right? I mean, if we go back to your timeline a little bit, hey, we started as a paid app and then saw some
Yeah,
success, got it in there, leverage the Android launch, got it featured, ran ads, which helped our iOS. And then now you get the web version, so you can monetize the users like us, and then you can monetize developers from an API. You're owning the entire ecosystem. It's a great playbook.
yeah,
That's why we bought Indie App Santa
yeah,
too. We're like, hey, we want, we do app marketing
yeah,
and promotion. Hey, we want a platform where it helps with app marketing and promotion as well. So for those who aren't familiar, it's like Groupon for apps, but brilliant strategy here too. So lightxeditor.com and then /API. You'll find all the API stuff there for Sharad. All right.
yeah.
All right. Sharad, is LightX GDPR compliant?
Yeah, so currently, like we follow the GDPR standards around data deletion and everything. But in certain cases, when clients say like they want their servers to be in Europe as well, okay, so we do custom provision for them as well. But currently, we are completely GDPR compliant, where we like adhere to all the policies or guidelines described by them.
Sharad, you deserve an applause for an amazing show. Hey,
No,
Sharad, anything I missed that before we say goodbye?
I think no, it is perfectly like my pleasure to be here with you.
Well, if the audience wants to reach out, and they do want to reach out to you, what's the best way they can do that?
Yeah, so you can always like there is my LinkedIn account. You
Mm-hmm.
can message me directly by name of Sharad Shankar. Okay. You can otherwise like mail to me at sharad.shankar, SHARAD.shankar at endor.mobi. Endor.mobi is my company name. And even if you write to us on support at lightxeditor.com, you can like catch up with me. So whenever you write a mail through support channels, one of the support channels, then I was watching you on this app masters and just wanted to connect, you can definitely catch up with me.
Well, Sharad's LinkedIn profile is linked up into your favorite podcast app and YouTube description as well. That's probably the easiest way that you can reach out to him and let him know you heard it on this very podcast as well. Sharad, thanks again for coming on and doing this. Really appreciate it, man.
It's all my pleasure with
Yeah.
like talking with you and all the lovely audience that we have here.
Oh, thank you. Well, next week it's going to be a solo episode, and I'm going to answer all your questions that you have for me. This is one of our most attended YouTube live streams. So if you got any questions, H will be posting a lot of different things. Come on, H, come back on. A lot of different things on social media, through our emails. So just reach out to us. If you're not on our newsletter, we do give you priority, all the email newsletter questions. So hit reply on that newsletter, and we're going to answer all your questions here next week and every Friday. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for joining. Sharad, thank you so much for coming on and doing this, man.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you guys for watching.